for you. Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast episode. In today's episode, we have a sub-host as well. Do you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, that was a good hello. So, obviously, this is episode 2 of Context for my FMP, but if you watched the last episode, we went through the requirements of the project, and today we're going to be going through the parameters of the project. I'll go for all of them in a bit, but yeah, thanks for coming back, and if make sure to watch like the next episode. There'll be one more episode after this, but I'll say all that at the end. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So we're going to be having my sub-host over here to read out some questions for me, and I'll answer them to the best I can.
So, Jack, what are the time constraints of the project?
Okay, so time constraints. This is quite a big category because this can come under rehearsal time, production deadlines and stuff. So for this final major project, I've got until the 22nd of May to get everything done. And obviously today is like, the 27th of March. So it might sound like a long time, but with the Easter holidays, the bank holidays, the days off, like it's really not that long. And the amount that I need to do is a lot. So I need to work really hard. And rehearsal time as well, like obviously the college studio is only a small studio, so we can only fit a certain amount of us in there at once. So with rehearsal time, I can basically get what I'm given, so like maybe an hour a week or so, and that could come down a lot but luckily I've got all the equipment at home to record, and I've got an external studio I can go to. But if I didn't, then things would be a lot harder. But overall, time constraints is a big one, but I'm not too worried about timings, apart from the deadline. But hopefully, I've done it before, I can do it again. I'll get it all done.
Well, Jack, that was quite interesting.
Thank you.
What is the budget and how does it affect decisions?
So, well, depending on what budget, because obviously, you get obviously everything's like free at college what you do, but if you want to go externally, like if you want an external studio, they can be quite expensive, like ranging from the one I go to is £45 an hour, but then you could go to more expensive ones and they could go up and up and up. Like there's this studio in London, I can't remember the name of it, I have to look it up, but it's like hundreds and hundreds an hour because obviously they've got all the equipment and they've got the best quality equipment as well. But like I don't need much of a budget. I've got all my equipment at home, and obviously I probably will be doing trips out, like to get research and like primary research, get some secondary research, and even for the practical and stuff, I can go out and do that. But like there isn't really a budget, as I'm not going to be really spending any money realistically. But the only money I would think of me spending towards this is towards the studio sessions, but I doubt if I did need that, which I might do nearer the time if things start to get a bit low on the time limit. But overall, yeah, I'm not too worried about the budget. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Well, thanks, Jack. So, what are the challenges you're going to be facing throughout this project?
Funny you asked that. There is quite a lot. Obviously, I was saying earlier about the time constraints. Obviously, it's all due on the 22nd of May. And I've got the context, which you're hearing now, these podcasts, but there's a little bit more to it, which I'll show in a later episode. There's research, both primary and secondary. So primaries, you get it yourself, you do surveys, you go out doing mini interviews, focus groups. Secondary, you can just go on any website and just start searching up research. Planning and pre-production, making forms, risk assessments, all like the paperwork. The practical is obviously the album itself. I'm going to be making a 7-8 song album. And then the evaluation, which is evaluating the overall sort of, like the whole project overall, what went wrong, what was good, what went wrong, all of that stuff. Like problem solving, what problems you encountered. I've got to create ongoing blog posts, like what I'm doing throughout. And there's things like mood boards, mind maps, signal flows, literally I think my workbook is like 65 pages long, something stupid like that. So yeah, there is quite a lot of work, and obviously that is a big challenge under the time limit. But like, if you want specifically what challenges, I want to say the practical, because obviously I'm going to try not to use too many samples. I'm just going to try keep it like beats that I'm actually recording using MIDIs into like the software. But then the evaluation as well, that's like a over 1,000 word essay, and I'm not that good with writing. So, but yeah, throughout, like, there's going to be a lot of challenges, but you know, it's about the journey you undertake, so it's not going to be too bad. So yeah.
Thanks again, Jack. So I've got another question. What are the legal requirements for this project?
So, legal requirements. This only comes, the only thing off the top of my head I can think of is obviously copywriting. So, I mean, it might apply to me, it might not, I don't know yet, but obviously copywriting is like if I use samples or loops that aren't mine, I'm using them off of someone else, but I'm making them into my own thing. I need to make sure I switch it up a lot before I use them, because otherwise they can like claim me for copywriting. But it's like certain songs, like for example, one of my artists I use for inspiration, Juice World, his single in the album Goodbye and Good Riddance, Lucid Dreams, the beat, like his melody on top of that, he took that or tried to sample it, but it didn't really go well. He tried to sample it with a song by Sting, and obviously he got sued for that. Same with like the band The Police, their song Every Breath You Take. Biggie and Puff Daddy sampled that into Missing You, but again they got sued for that. So like you got to be really careful, sort of how you use your samples and how you use your loops, because if you're not careful, then like you could. I wouldn't say at my age, at my like level at the moment, I wouldn't be sued. But like for the future, if I do that, then there's a big chance that I would be sued. So this is all practice at the moment for me, like sort of cutting up loops, sampling properly, so then I won't get copyrighted. But an easier way to do that is just not use loops or samples, just sort of make your own thing. So then you've got no worries into being copyrighted. So yeah, that's sort of the main big legal requirements towards it.
Thanks again, Jack, for answering all my questions. It's been great. Thank you again for having me on this podcast. It's been brilliant.
So yeah, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed. That's pretty much like all the parameters of the sort of project. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about the high standard analysis. So they're all the like the technical, well not technical, but like all the high standard stuff and like stuff other people won't really think about. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you again in the next episode. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.